Hello creeps and welcome to the video. My name is Gilloboijr Jr. and if you're on this earth, the same as me, you probably know that humanity is probably the dominant species on the planet. But what if we're not? What if all these years we were fooled into believing that we were? By something else, by something that evolved alongside humanity. A species that's seen us climb out of caves, that's seen us develop weapons, that's seen us become the greatest, or so-called greatest species on the planet. This is the story of lizard people, and how they might just be amongst us. Now we've all heard the stories that Queen Elizabeth is most definitely a lizard, but she's not. Or is she? There's been many theories speculating to exactly what lizard people are, and theories come from things as the living dinosaurs, which have just evolved a separate path from humanity, that they've lived underground the whole time and have sort of a lizard hierarchy. But a man by the name of Dale Russell in 1982, who studies vertebrate fossils, claimed that based on the vertebrae of dinosaurs he'd studied over years and years and years, it wasn't impossible for a dinosaur to evolve. It wasn't impossible that maybe they could evolve into lizard-like people, bipedal dinosaurs that could think and use their thumbs. What he essentially was telling us is that it wasn't impossible for lizard people to be a thing. Now, you could probably say he's just talking a load of mumbo-jumbo, but let me show you his backing up. Let me tell you about why he believes this. Now, this little guy you're going to see right now is the troodontid. Now, the troodontid had a particularly large brain weight compared to other dinosaurs. And compared to humans, if they were to have evolved as much as we have since from now till then, they'd have basically the same brain weight as us, with a brain capable of thinking and doing everything that we can. But essentially, a lot of people just looked at the man and thought, nah, you're crazy. And they considered the design of what they could look like too human, and actually was quoted to be suspiciously human in 1988. They believed that if the troodontid were to evolve, it would retain a more like theropod body plan, more like a dinosaur and less like a human, like, you know, the bent back, not straight up walking around, and they wouldn't actually develop thumbs. They'd only have 3 fingers and were incapable of feeding their young like humans. They had to feed them like baby birds essentially. So let's just move on to the next thing. Another popular theory in terms of lizard people is that they're actually aliens, and they're actually come to Earth rather than grow up on Earth, as a lot of UFO sightings and abduction stories claim aliens to look almost reptilian. But a lot of these theories and a lot of these sightings are discredited as they stray from science quite a bit. People don't really believe in them because you think if you're stepping away from science, you're stepping away from logic, you're starting to go into the world of sort of mumbo-jumbo, hearsay, which could be true, might not be true, but a lot of people don't buy into this reptoid cryptozoology theory. That's the name they were credited in the end, reptoids. And the idea of the reptoids has mainly been made famous by a man called David Icke, who says that reptilians are part of every royal bloodline, and what's stopping them from being the royal bloodline of the planet, sort of thing. He believes that reptilians are shapeshifters, the shapeshifter aliens that have built human civilization, and they've sort of just stayed amongst us, controlling us. They're the people in power, sort of thing. The man that you hear about quite a lot is probably an reptile, and people believe that they're using humanity as sort of like, you know, you lay the groundwork for us, and then one day they're going to rise from wherever they are, take over, and essentially make the planet theirs. Now, if you want to hear something absolutely crazy, in 2013, a poll was done by the Public Policy of Polling that indicated that 4% of registered American voters believed that at least one of the leaders who were running that day were actually a reptile, were actually one of these lizard people. And then a later 2.8% afterwards, when asked not about the leaders but just in general, do they believe that lizard people are real, agreed. So just to sort of round the numbers to make it easier, for every 100 people that walked in to vote in the United States, 8 of those people believed in lizard people. 8 out of 100 people in the US who voted believed that lizard people were real, and not just real. 5 of these people, or 4 of these people, believed that one of these men they were voting for were one of these lizard people. Now, you can talk about conspiracy theories, cryptids, cryptozoology, all you want. Now, you know, Slender Man, for example, people love Slender Man, but you truly know that your theory or your cryptid is a great cryptid or a great theory when people believe it. People actually think that one of these men are actually a lizard. Like, you know, and I know, Slenderman's not real. We all know it. You know, it's a great story, it's a great horror story, it's scary. But we all know he's not real, he doesn't exist. But you look at like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, these are great stories, these are great cryptids, because you know why? People believe in them. People think that somewhere in the world, and they could be, this monster, this creature, this cryptid is rolling around, doing his business, doing whatever they want. And people actually buy into this. People think that these reptile people are underground, in the office, in the White House. People believe that these reptile people are on this planet, and they're not just on this planet, they're leading us, they're the ones telling us how to live, they're the ones who are controlling us, they're the ones who are gonna take over. Now, me personally, do I believe in this? Not really. I think that it's so far-fetched, and I think that humanity in general, and you could, you know, argue that we're made to believe this, we're made to be this way. Humanity in general are quite dominant of the planet. We know everything that goes on. We know everything that goes on in terms of what comes in, what goes out. But if by odd chance that these reptile people had built up this hierarchy and were the people controlling us, I don't think we'd ever find out. Because if they're really this good at it, they've been doing it for a long time. And they've had this shit planned. They've had this plan for so long that we'd never know. We're never gonna know. We can theorize and speculate, but I think that's all there is at the end of the day. I think it's just theories and speculation. I think without it, the planet in general and us as people wouldn't have a lot to think about. And I think politicians like Boris Johnson are just weird. That's all it is. They're just strange. They're not like you and me, and they're definitely lizards. Nah, they're not lizards, they're not lizards, they're just people, they're just different, they're very different. They have to be, because they're in the public eye, and they're doing things that, you know, not every Harry Maguire are gonna do. But about the whole evolution side of things, why haven't dinosaurs evolved? That's the question, why haven't dinosaurs evolved? Probably because a lot of them died off. It's hard to evolve as a species when a lot of you aren't here anymore, when they're mostly dead. Like, you look at monkeys are still here, we evolved from monkeys. You look at dinosaurs, they're not here. There's animals that are here, alligators, crocodiles, things like that, but they haven't evolved into bipedal lizard creatures, have they? So, personally, I don't buy into it. I don't buy into that there are lizard people running around. I don't buy into that lizard people will take over the world one day, because, I mean, why haven't they already? Do we not have anything good enough for them? Do we not have nothing for you lizard people? I mean, if you're a lizard person and you're sitting down in your cave or in a UFO somewhere waiting to kidnap someone, come kidnap me. Why not? Come get me. You know what I'm saying?
Be careful what you wish for, Gilloboijr Jr.
I'll leg it, you big lizard. Actually, since you're here, do us a favour. Do the outro for me.
Surely you're kidding, right?
No, I'm not kidding. Do it.
But I get camera shy.
I don't care if you're camera shy, just do it.
What do I have to say?
Yeah, I'll just write it down for you. Do you even read English?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just write it down for you, and I'll pass you it and you can read it, okay? Okay, that sound good?
Okay.
Right. Here you go, read this.
From the top?
Yeah, from the top.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video about lizard people. I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to like and subscribe if you did. And what's I say?
Comment.
Comment what your favourite cryptid is. Thanks again for watching. All my love, Gilloboijr Jr.
See, that wasn't so bad, was it?
I actually got really nervous there. My hands and my feet are shaking. I was worried.